What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe. And the other day in one of my videos, I referenced the food corpse starch. And as many of us know, corpse starch is the food that is used to feed a lot of Imperial citizens that is made and comprised of the unalived bodies of former Imperial citizens. But that brings us to who is responsible for gathering and creating this substance, and that would be none other than the Corpse Guild. As I just said, the Corpse Guild is responsible for collecting the unalived bodies of Imperial citizens amongst the hive worlds. They then take the bodies of these unalived citizens, break down them into the most pureed substance possible, and utilize only the remaining nutrients to produce this substance corpse starch. And bodies aren't always just submitted to the Corpse Guild. On the occasion, the Corpse Guild will end up dispatching a corpse party. This party of Corpse Guild members is comprised of a handful of different people. 1. The Corpse Grinders, 2. The Pale Consorts, and 3. The Bone Scriveners. The Pale Consorts and the Bone Scriveners arguably have the easiest part of the job, just simply finding the body and determining whether or not it is suitable to be turned into corpse starch. Should a body be found suitable and able to be turned into corpse starch, they will just simply haul it back on top of the carts back to the Corpse Guild or the factories to which it can be refined into the product. But then you have the lowest ranking member of these parties being the Corpse Grinders. These are the manual labor muscle, the ones that end up butchering apart the bodies, rendering the flesh, and taking it all apart to break it down into the substance to which they consume. Additionally, when the party does go out looking for more bodies, these Corpse Grinders also serve as the bodyguards to the Pale Consorts. And all of this may sound revolting, but in the Imperium, and especially in locations like Necromunda, where resources are scarce and everything needs to be utilized, this is necessary work, as some people all they can afford is the corpse starch product. But now one can imagine with this not so luxurious work, some may fall into madness, and that is exactly what is common amongst the corpse grinders. With their role of being knee-deep in blood and rendering flesh, it is not uncommon for many of these corpse grinders to fall victim to madness, in the process devoting themselves to none other than the blood god Khorne. This is what results in the Khornate corpse grinder cultists. Naturally, they are considered heretical and are outright outlawed in the Imperium. But nonetheless, the influence of the Chaos Gods know no bounds and they still exist. The corpse grinder cults end up developing the insatiable desire to consume flesh rather than anything else. And sitting at the top of all of these corpse grinder cultists is the Harvest Lord, giving way to influence and command so that the cult can expand ever further and even grow to strength to take down whole hive cities. With this as much as anything else, although everyone can serve a purpose, it is no wonder that 40K is known as the Grimdark. And no matter what your task, be it for whatever purpose, the influence of the Chaos Gods is ever present. And we see it ever present here, even for those that provide the most recycled form of nourishment to even the most poor people of the Imperium. So with that being said, thanks again guys for listening, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Drop a comment if there's anything you guys want to hear about next, and as always, remember to follow for more.